It's around 10:30 a.m. and I find myself walking along a section of River Nyamwamba in Kanyatsi village, Kasese district. Here, the river serves multiple purposes. Some residents are fetching water, others are washing clothes, and astonishingly, this same water is even used for cooking.
That water is clean.
Among those I meet is 80-year-old widow Kabuo Yoneki, who is doing laundry by the river.
The husband passed on, and she only stays with the grandchildren. She's using this water simply because she doesn't afford money that can buy water from a safer source.
I can't help but wonder why she would choose to wash in such a dangerous sport. She reassures me that she is fully aware of the risks, yet she has little choice.
She keeps on watching the other side, so when she sees the water is rising, she takes off immediately.
In 2013, devastating rains caused River Nyamwamba to burst its banks, leaving a trail of destruction. Jumbe Hospital and other key infrastructure were severely damaged or washed away entirely. As I make my way up Kilembe Hill, the scars of that disaster remain visible. Several structures still lie in ruins, a stark reminder of the unrecovered damage from the flooding. For those who were directly impacted, the memory of the flood is still fresh. Agnes Kabatoro is one of the few people who remained in Congo Quarter village, a once thriving community completely destroyed by the floods.
When Nyamwamba burst its banks for the first time, we were displaced. The chairman relocated us to a nearby school. Our properties were destroyed. We have had little help from the government. Relatives had to shift to safer places. We do not have any other place to relocate.
She takes me to what used to be her garden. Instead of fertile soil, all I see are boulders, cobbles and pebbles carried down by the flood waters. Only a few trees remain standing. 81-year-old Abineri Ajiba was another victim of the floods.
We used to live at that place called Kinyatsi, but Nyamwamba swept everything, including household items. We shifted to this place, which was also flooded. Others left, but I chose to stay because I have nowhere else to go.
Local leaders, too, continue to express their concerns.
Well, this is the house where Nyamwamba entered. It affected me very much. It flooded, it took my house. Now I'm displaced. It only changed its course and came near my house. So reason why it got flooded and swept my house.
Similarly, Jafar Chibutia, the chairperson of the base camp Lower, voices his frustration over the slow government response.
River Nyamwamba wouldn't be a very big problem, but there are those beneficiaries in the floods of River Nyamwamba. Because when they hear that there are floods in Nyamwamba, they change it into business, that they are tendering those old stocks which are in Kampala, posho, beans, blankets, they bring them in Kasese. We are saying that let them be in action now. They mean something. They bring a excavator, they remove the sand, we make one trench such that River Nyamwamba should leave our people.
It normally floods twice in a year. That is in May and in November. My appeal to government is that this water can be the water channel can be desilted deeply.
Kasese Municipality Senior Environment Officer Evelyn Mugume acknowledges that the boulders and debris left behind by past floods have made the area more vulnerable to flash floods.
They have caused accumulation of this material in the riverbeds, not just Nyamwamba. They contribute to the water flowing closer to the surface and therefore the flash floods.
She also notes that several interventions are currently being implemented to tackle the problem.
Widening and deepening of the channel to create space for excess water has been done. They've been able to construct something they call cyclopean walls. On top of them, they have added gabions. The first phase has been concluded, but the entire river has not been desilted yet.
The municipality is also working on climate adaptation and mitigation measures, as Mugume elaborates.
We are really doing our best to grow trees along the road, but that may be a temporary contribution for the local climate modification. We've done a wetlands inventory and a resultant wetland management and action plan, but we have also done a sustainable energy access and climate action plan.
Though the road to recovery may seem long, there is hope that these efforts will not only reduce the risks the communities face, but also build resilience and adaptive capacity for the future. As climate change accelerates, the fate of River Nyamwamba and those who rely on it rests on urgent action, sustainable solutions, and the resilience of the community. I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.